What's up, A to Z Sports? A little live from Titans training camp update. Zach Bingham had the rotating credential today at St. Thomas Sports Park as the Titans just finished their Tuesday training camp practice. Good for Zach that Titans fans should be excited about this offense, meaning that people practice, unlike yesterday when Buck watched 21 Titans not practice yesterday. So we're going to go over several positive updates from Zach. Then he's got something on Isaiah Wilson. And then there's one negative that I saw him tweet about on A to Z Sports. So we'll get through those. Zach, let's start with the good news and the positives out there today. What did you see from practice?
Yeah, I think my first takeaway is how much A.J. Brown is going to be a part of this offense. That should be exciting. All the starters essentially played today and practiced, but A.J. Brown, I mean, I've been watching practice for a long time, Austin, and even when Kenny Britt was here, even the first couple of years of Corey Davis, because of what A.J. Brown has done already on the field, Tannehill looks for him, and he is just he kind of he captures practice. It's great. Now he didn't participate in individual drills. He also had a compression sleeve on his knee, but not necessarily worried about that because when they did do team drills at the end of the day, he was the focal point. You could see the connection. You should be excited if you're a Titans fan about that, and also the connection he has with Jonnu Smith. He looks for Jonnu, whether it's on the sideline, whether he's rolling out. Jonnu made a hell of a grab on the right sideline in 2-minute drill. He also had a pass broken up, and I got to give credit where credit is due. Jayon Brown, it was a great pass by Ryan Tannehill to Jonnu Smith, but it was better defense by Jayon Brown. That kind of got the defense going. And to wrap up, I do want to say A.J. Brown set the tone at the beginning of practice. Ryan Tannehill, this is something I never saw with Marcus Mariota. And I watched a lot of that dude practice. You never saw the risk taking at the beginning of practice. Ryan Tannehill threw a bomb, a fly route, 40 yards in the air, in stride, covered by Malcolm Butler. No. Caught by A.J. Brown. The offense looked good today. And I know Buck covered practice yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a lot of Logan Woodside and Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, I mean, your attitude, as Dom says, if Zach is excited, I am too. Johnny Lee says, love to hear this news. Let's get excited. It definitely night and day difference from yesterday's practice to what Zach is talking about. And of course, whenever A.J. Brown does something, I don't know if it's like you telling a tall tale, where if it's like you're exaggerating more because
truth.
Yeah, but like you love A.J. Brown. Like I can't tell if you're exaggerating because you love A.J. Brown so much, or look, I've seen.
I can't make up a 40-yard dime. I can't make it up. It happened. I saw it. These two eyes.
Yes.
I saw it.
Yes, for sure. Josh asked, "How has Corey? Real quick, how has Corey Davis looked? Has he impressed? What's your takeaway from there from Josh?"
Corey Davis, look, he was there. He didn't do anything that I think wowed me, but he didn't do anything to say that he was not playing well. He had some good catches across the middle. I mean, I think that's where he makes his hay, is catching with the hands across the center a little bit deeper than what usually A.J. Brown does. So I think Corey Davis, he was out there, but he didn't catch the attention like A.J. Brown or Jonnu Smith did today, in my opinion.
Now, on the Corey Davis side of things, Friday when they were practicing in Nissan Stadium, they did a lot of different 11-on-11 team periods where Corey Davis caught 4 balls from Tannehill during that team practice session, and A.J. Brown on Friday only caught 2. So Friday was a heavy Corey Davis day. Yesterday, everybody was off. And then today, now A.J. Brown gets way involved with this offense.
And from that standpoint, you could tell towards the end of practice, Tannehill came over to the sidelines. And I won't tell you what was said, but Tannehill, there was a connection between Corey Davis, Adam Humphries was standing right there, and A.J. Brown. And they were talking about what should have been called and what was called. So the communication, I feel like there's some understanding there of what we need to do, what we need to accomplish. And I think that goes, we talk about continuity. It goes to what Arthur Smith is trying to build from a season ago.
All right, so live from Titans camp is Zach Bingham here at A to Z Sports. What other positives do you have from today?
Well, a positive is I'm wearing this hat right here. I was surprised this 5 minutes of the broadcast you hadn't commented on this AZ 30% off. This
Yeah,
thing
you
kept
you can
me
get
cool.
exactly there. You go, 30% off right there. Shop.A2ZSportsNashville.com to get 30% off of that hat Zach's wearing with AZ30.
Be part of practice right here. So another thing that I saw is Vrabel. Now I posted. I don't know if I got lucky or if I was just so experienced that I had my camera up. I don't really know, but did see Big Panda Isaiah Wilson, the first round pick of the Tennessee Titans. He mauled. And look, there's some acting job there at the end by Michael Pruitt, but I mean, 79 is a big boy, and in individual drills, and that's why I had my camera on him. I was watching him to see how Vrabel and him interacted. That was at the beginning of practice. You saw that clip. You can go to A to Z Sports. I put it on all of our social media of 79 just pushing over Michael Pruitt. But the important part is afterwards, Vrabel's sitting there coaching him up. He's telling him what he did right and what he did wrong. And I saw that about 3 to 4 times throughout the course of practice. And this is Vrabel on Wilson crime. This is not just speaking in a group. So it really opened my eyes that Vrabel's vested interest in Isaiah Wilson to get him ready whenever he is going to play and wherever he's going to play. If it's going to be for Dennis Kelly or is Dennis Kelly, I'm very curious. I think Titans fans are too, of how much playing time Wilson will have and when that will start. But I took it as a positive. I think you could take it. I think you could take it either way. Is why is Vrabel talking so much to Isaiah Wilson? Is it because he doesn't know what to do? I didn't take it that way.
No, I that's just what Mike Vrabel does. This is going into year 3 of Mike Vrabel, and every year we've seen Mike Vrabel work hands-on with a top draft pick. Remember this year, Isaiah Wilson. Look, Christian Fulton and AJ Brown, second-round picks, the last two. That not exactly Mike Vrabel's position group, so he's going to let the other guys go do that. But you saw Mike Vrabel hands-on with Rashaan Evans during his rookie camp and Harold Landry, and working a lot with Jeffrey Simmons when he was trying to get back from that knee injury in training camp last year. So Mike Vrabel is really just you notice how comfortable he is with his coaching staff because he allows himself to go work more hands-on with specific players throughout the duration of camp. And it's good to see him focusing on Isaiah Wilson because the team needs Isaiah Wilson to play at a high level at some point this year. Dennis Kelly is a great thing to have during all this, but Mike Vrabel for sure always involved with the rookies.
Yeah, and you could tell that today. It was a good. Again, my first practice a week ago, Tannehill did not practice, so that I think that impacted quite a bit. I did see one really bad throw from Trevor Siemian. Just to note, it was so bad he had to go do it again. I don't know if that's indicative of where he is. I just did notice that, and I was like, that was an older gentleman throwing a football. It was wobbly and it didn't have much zip on it. Ryan Tannehill, you could tell that man's in his prime. He's ready to go.
All right, Zach, last thing before we get out of here. Somebody asked, how did Derrick Henry do today? You had a quick Twitter update on what happened with Derrick Henry today.
Yeah, I do think this is something to watch. Now, they have a day off tomorrow, no practice as far as media can watch. I would tell Buck if he's watching now, or I will tell Buck later, who's covering practice on Thursday. I don't know if how much Derrick Henry will practice Thursday. I'd be curious to see how safe they play it because team drill at the beginning, Derrick Henry, right side run, got tripped up, multiple guys on the ground at the line of scrimmage. He came up limping. He came up short. He limped over to the sideline, and so that cued me. Now, he participated immediately after that in individual drills, so that kind of made me say, okay, maybe it's not that big of a deal. He didn't do any team drills at the end of practice, kept on adjusting that right shoe. I don't know what's going on, and I'd be very interested to see how much the Titans training staff and really coaching staff takes precautionary measures with that right ankle. But I looked at it as something, not nothing. And I don't know what the other media, I haven't been on my phone because I'm doing the updates here and was tweeting after practice. But I don't know. That I noticed that. I didn't make, and I followed that around and tracked that throughout practice. So Thursday will be a good kind of pitch point to see what people think about it. What does the training staff and what do the coaches think about it?
Sure, and Malcolm Butler had to play in camp practice last week where he came down hard on his hip, but worked through it. But it's that time of year where, like Rashawn Evans said on Sunday, he felt tight, so he just kind of took the rest of practice to go work on a bike instead of push it, because there's no reason to push it when you've got less than 3 weeks before week one. All right, Zach, I appreciate the update from St. Thomas Sports Park, wearing that hat. Again, promo code AZ30 for 30% off anything and everything right there. A to Z Sports, shop.A2Z Sports Nashville.com. So we'll see you later. Thanks for the update. Talk to you later.